Yellow Jackets will kick this away to get us going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Tar Heels offense comes on the field first today. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity. And that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job on this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action to get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quick throw to the left, and he's got it. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
In the red area, it's Green. They stop him, but it's a first down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Looking to throw it on first down. Fired into a tight window and picked off. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. Just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Getting set up. It's a first down play. Takes the handoff on the counter play.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, Here he shows me he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
So second down after the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. It's caught. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. This one is right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. The sure hands. It's Hamilton. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Can he make it to the marker? They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
And this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Here's the first play of the drive. It started at the 28. On first down, it's play action. The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. He's swarmed by the defense.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Oh, that's a play you dream about as a defender. He gets penetration and times that hit up perfectly in the backfield.
They look to throw it here on second down. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made inside the 10. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He's running out of time here. And they've got him for a sack. That'll be the final play of this opening quarter. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kurt. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far.
North Carolina, 0.
They've flipped ends of the field, ready now for the second period. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Man, that is how you prevent an offense from punching it in when they get inside the 10-yard line. That is back-to-back sacks for this defense near the goal line.
And it's good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner is brought down. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? The guys up front lined up. It's first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, that one's picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
North Carolina.
And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Fields it just outside the goal line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. QB decides to keep it here. As the first down is still going. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
This is why we've all been talking about the college football game coming back. For plays like this, if you got a guy in that backfield that you know he can make the right read and has the wheels to pick up yards like this, man, we love the option game in the college football world.
First down here for this offense. He hands it to the back. stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with these defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
Well, nowhere to go on the inside on that draw. Tried to bounce it, Kirk, but nothing doing.
How about the push there from the middle of that interior, that defensive line? As you said, nowhere for him to go, so he's trying to make something out of nothing. And by going out wide, he puts himself at risk of being chased down by the speed of his defense, and that's what we got, a loss for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Send the back in motion. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Tar Heels. It was a foot race and he won it. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good, puts them up 5. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
North Carolina 14, Georgia Tech 9.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 43, but that's enough to make a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Ball handed off. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Quick throw caught on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The tight end has got it. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Yellow Jackets line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. Looking to throw yet again. Running out of time in the pocket. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's 3rd down and short. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made, looking for the goal line. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
Pass caught, can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Gets rid of it on the move. Catch made on the left side. Tackle made after the completion. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Caught quickly. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. And the field goal is good. And they jump back in front. So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He pulls it in for a big gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Game moves to the 35. First down again. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And the tackle is made. Not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid game. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. Turner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They get the second half started with their running play. Get some space around the 30. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
I think this defense team's thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Yellow Jackets will have to punt this one away. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's a dangerous returner. Find a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got it now inside the 15. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Escapes the pocket. They get him down, but that's a good run. Enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen.
Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep his drive moving.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Heading left after the handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT makes it an 8-point game. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Georgia Tech, 16.
Return begins inside the 10. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They begin with a quick throw to the left.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Taking a shot here. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Here comes a handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Just trying to get rid of it. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. Here's the second down play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. And he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on third down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackled at the 8 after the completion. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The defense bringing out some big bodies to stop the run. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And he's not going to get there. They come up empty and miss a chance to tie the game. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They're going to run it here. The game is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
And he fires the football to the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the extra point was up and good.
Georgia Tech, 22.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
His defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a 1st down.
Yeah, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. You get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
They're going to run it. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings.
North Carolina, 31. Georgia Tech, 22.
We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, looking to throw for it. The pocket breaking down. And he's brought down, a sack by the defense, coming up big on this 4th down play.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this, but they just couldn't come up with the execution.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. It can create some vertical seams for this offense. And they got some positive yards. They didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Just trucks through the defender. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run. And the Tar Heels looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And he'll be brought down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it and 4th down in their territory and got stopped. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
12 on the play. Brings up second down.
Second and long now from their own 5-yard line. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. Good enough for first down yardage. And the Yellow Jackets closer to the line to run the hurry-up.
Hey, it's a nice game here. They get the first down to stop the clock, but late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking to chuck it again. Defense is coming after him. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Hey, here's some positive yards. You love to see that. Now you've got a chance here to continue to attack this defense. They're trying not to give up the big plays, but down by a couple scores, you got to get a quick
touchdown. Georgia Tech made the defense look slow that time. So here we go, 4th quarter. Cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. It's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll work the clock here with their running game. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
This is a big 3rd down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Agent George D. Burdell. Agent George D. Burdell.
Leading here in the 4th quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. important second down play coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Tar Heels with 1st and 10 here. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who's going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team. Who's going to execute better? And just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.